Welcome to Your Health Moment. I'm Dr. Fitness and I'm your host. What I strive to do every day as a wellness coach is to inspire people. Every client and every patient needs to understand how important it is to place their health high on their priority list. A lot of people don't. And I believe that as your trusted advisor, that's what I'm here to do. Now, today I'd like to do that by introducing you to Nikki Phoenix, the owner of Phoenix Insurance and Taxes. And Nikki's going to help us to understand the connection between insurance and our health and our wellness. But first, Nikki, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hello, how are you doing? I'm Nikki Phoenix. I'm the owner of Phoenix Insurance and Taxes. We're here based in Jacksonville, Florida, off of 103rd Street. I've been in the business of insurance and finances now for approximately about 10 years. And I have a lot of different business, other entities that I'm engaged to as well. I'm happy to be here and kind of go over a couple of things key points that's important to you when it comes to your health and insurance.
Nice. Well, I really appreciate having you. And
Okay.
as an entrepreneur, you really inspire me. I mean, you're in there, you're doing things, you are making things happen, you're doing things in the community. And if I'm not mistaken, you have an event coming up in July
I
4th.
do, I do, I do. It's called Phoenix Fireworks. And it's a firework tent that we'll be selling the very, very, very cool fireworks. It's located off of 100, not 103rd, but Lim Turner and Edgewood in the parking lot of Jerome's Barbecue.
Okay, great. And
And
what
it'll be
we'll
on
do,
4th of July and New Year's.
and so we'll put that in the show notes, okay?
Okay.
So we'll if you get a chance, we'll add it to your bio. We'll put it in the show notes. So
Awesome sauce.
if you didn't get a chance to write that down, don't panic.
Okay.
We're gonna have that information for you.
Great, great, great.
So I mean, Nick, you've been in the military, you've
hmm
seen the world.
hmm I have.
I mean, so you've seen people how healthy they are in different places or unhealthy.
Yes, and the aftermath after a lot of people have left the military and the condition that they're in, being in the military time, it requires you to do a lot of strenuous workout and be available and bend your knees and a lot of things of your body muscles that you're not even familiar with moving until after the fact you're no longer moving them anymore. Now the pain starts to kick in. So yes, when hand in hand with insurance and health, it goes hand in hand. One thing that's major that's important when it comes to your insurance and health, the healthier you are, the lesser your premium is going to be because you don't have any existing or pre-existing conditions that will hinder or escalate your health insurance. Whether it's your life insurance policy or your health insurance policy is
Wow.
impacted by the condition you're in. So the healthier you are, the more money you'll save. As you continue to have existing conditions or your body start to, I hate to use these terms, but deteriorate over time because
Mm-hmm.
as we're younger, we use them so much, and we don't think about it. We just continuously bending down improperly or reaching things improperly, and those things start to wear and tear on your body. So being able to exercise on a consistent basis and watch what you eat, it's like a car. Your body's like a car. You take care of your engine and you keep it clean. You can see an old school 1965 old school car, you're like, ooh, that's a nice car because that person took care of that car from the inside and out. And that's how our body is as well. We have to take care of our body from the inside and out. And as we do those things, then we also know when it comes to get insurance and you don't have these issues, then you're getting a lot more insurance for less money.
Well, that's really great to know. So on that, do insurance companies get access to our medical records so they actually know how healthy we are? Or
They can. We At the beginning we ask questions ourselves because in order to determine your rate, the discounts that you'll get for being healthy or non-smoking, and that aspects of things, then yes, we're going to ask for medical history. So they have to look down everything, kind of fine tooth and see exactly, okay, are you a risk? That's important
hmm.
because you're a risk, then you're going to pay for it in so many
Wow.
words. So once they have opportunity, the look over your medical history, then they can kind of determine what packages out there. Now, if you are that have diabetes or high blood pressure or cholesterol, and those things are common,
Hmm.
so they do have different secondary programs that cater more to that particular crowd, where you still can benefit from discounts and saving for other reasons, but not so more if you're. I can't say 100% healthy. I haven't met anyone 100% healthy, but more on the healthier side.
And that's actually really good to know.
Mhm.
And so, what's the difference between coming to you as an agent or going to, let's say, some other company?
Well, you want to be careful, not careful, but you want to choose selection where you have a better opportunity to someone to look over. I am an insurance broker, so I'm an independent agent. If you're an
Oh,
independent
so
agent, you're an insurance broker, then I have more access to different carriers. For example, you have some captive agencies where they only can shop within their means. When you're a broker, as long as I write for you, or I'm appointed with you, I give more opportunities where I can shop and kind of do all your legwork for you and give you more of a better rate or more of an advantage of a different type of rate. And the reason why you would come to me because I'm awesome and my services are great.
yes, you are. Hey,
This
can
is
you tell
true.
us a little bit about your tax software? Because you,
Yes, I know I may be drenched with the word Phoenix, but I'm Phoenix everything. So, of course, the tax software is called Phoenix Tax Software, and the website for that is at Phoenix Taxware. Phoenix taxsoftware.com. I have this tax software is developed, and basically it's for the if you're a CPA or if you're a tax preparer, and it's not based just statewide, it's anywhere throughout the United States. You definitely can use the tax software as a desktop, or you can use this software as the website based, so you have more access with different computers. The tax software does any state. You have your own tech support, your own customer service, and your own training team. So I do have it at a very, very, very reasonable rate. So if that's something you're interested in, by all means, definitely reach out to us. One of our agents will get you set up. You actually can go to the website and download a free demo and, have a hands-on, put it on your desktops, kind of flip through it and see if it's something that's compatible for your services in the future.
oh, that's really kind of cool.
Hmm.
And you do business as well. So, like, I
Yeah.
have a small business.
Yeah, so my Phoenix Insurance and Taxes, basically our services consist of obviously insurance, taxes, bookkeeping, business credit counseling, notary, and like I mentioned, the tax software. Correct.
Yeah, so that's really helpful.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, are you working out at the moment? What's your way of working out? Everyone works out different. Everyone does different things to
um,
exercise.
Yes, I do have dumbbells and I have a little bike that goes up under my table that I do a lot of leg work because I'm dealing with knee issues myself from being in the military. So my bend downs are a little bit slower than before in the past and stuff. So I have to keep my legs and my muscles around my knees active to order to keep that core foundation strong. So don't have as many issues. I am a member at a gym membership, so I do go periodically. As you can see, my hands are in many different places. As a lot of us out there, we have, and I have children and
Oh my
dogs and
God.
animals and stuff. So we all are busy. So I try to find my time. Would I like to improve that? Definitely. I definitely would like to improve my health. That's always been a big stigma of mine. Of staying, I have a goal that I can't go past, and now I'm right there at that door right now, and I'm kind of panicking. So I have to definitely put something in place where it's more routine and not just sporadic.
Oh, it's really tough when you work and you have long hours. And like you own your own company. And I can only imagine most of us, when we own our own companies and you're self-employed, it's
Hmm.
like my father worked from dawn till dusk.
Yeah.
I mean, long hours because we work at the behest of the people we serve.
But we have to
And
serve
so
ourselves sometime, Dr. Fitness, and
that's what
we
I'm
get
talking
caught up, Dr.
about.
Fitness, in
Dick,
and
that's what I'm
everything
talking
else
about.
and everybody else except for ourselves. And then once if something happened to ourselves, then our businesses can go belly up because we're no longer
Yep.
available to give that attention that we strive to do on a daily basis. So I do keep that in mind. That's a stigma of mine that I'm trying to get better at because I have to in order to provide better service and be a better person. I have to be better inside and out. And I definitely that's definitely something I train on a daily basis.
It's crazy because I think it's a cultural thing because I've seen it in my father
Hmm.
because he was self-employed. I've
Right.
seen it, my mother was a nurse, so serving others, it's all about service and my
Yeah.
family. And
Hmm.
I saw the impact that it's had on them, not taking care of themselves. They were
Yeah.
putting everybody else first.
Hmm.
So
Right
it's
now, I
really
have a
good to
few
hear
doctor
you.
appointments I've missed. because I had my quote unquote what I felt was a priority and not taking that moment and making me the priority and everything else secondary. But I am working and that is one of my goals this year. And I'm doing better than I was last year. So that's a step moving forward for me.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. You know, I mean, I'm on that same trajectory. You know, I think we're all as humans,
Mhm.
we have to just strive to do a little bit better each year. I
Yeah.
think that's just if you can do that, I think you're doing great. All of us.
I tried your most recent challenge and that was the no meat challenge. I
Oh.
last for 3 days, Dr. Fitness.
Hey,
I last for three
at
days.
least you lasted for 3 days. There were several people that did it last half a day. Okay. They skipped one meal. They said, well, okay, I had a
I
salad
was
with
like,
no
I
meat.
don't know,
Okay,
I
but I
need
got to have
something.
something for dinner.
But I say, okay, 3 days as a start. I did good. I've never done it before, so not consciously. So I definitely want to not even just wait till you do the next one, but incorporate something, if not something similar to that, like on a weekly basis until I can build up that strength to go on a longer days. It's almost like fasting, when I church back in the day, like, oh, we're going to fast for 20 days. And in my mind, I was all for it, but when that
But
hunger hits,
I
it's
love
a
your
different
attitude.
feeling.
I love your attitude because that's why we do those challenges every month
Hmm.
because, you know, it's good to know where you're challenged.
Yeah.
So because June is going to be no junk food June, okay?
Okay. I
So
can
we're
do that
giving up
now.
chips and,
I can do that.
sodas and candy. We're giving that stuff up for June.
Hmm.
But the great thing about it is when you try to give up that stuff, and this time you try it, you may only go 3 days. But
Right.
next time,
That's
if
what
you
I'm
can go
saying.
4 days,
It's an improvement.
boom,
It's
you had
accomplishment.
an
It's a goal.
improvement.
Right.
So
Right.
it's not about doing it great. It's about
Hmm.
doing a little bit better than yourself because the only person we're competing with is
Hmm.
ourselves.
It's ourself. You're right.
It's not
You're right.
everybody
And that's the
else.
thing. I kept it to myself. I didn't spread it out or tell anyone. It was just a self accomplishment because I didn't want to feel horrible, even more than worse than what I was if someone else knew I was trying to do something.
See,
So it's
some
within
people are just
myself.
not that loving about that stuff. They're like, look at you.
Hmm. Look at you. I thought you weren't supposed to be eating that chicken.
Hey, but sign up with me because I am not like that.
Okay.
I'm going to support you whether you are successful one day or 30 minutes.
I
It's
appreciate that.
about praising and celebrating you for what you've attempted. And because just attempting it to me is success.
Hmm.
You
Yeah, you're
know,
right.
I think the
You're right.
only people that fail are the people that don't
Never
even try.
try. Exactly. Exactly. You're right, Dr.
So
Fitness.
everyone that tries, for me, I'm like, oh yes, you are success. You tried.
Mm,
And so thank you for trying. That's what it's about. I mean,
thank you.
in my opinion, that's what it's all about.